Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is a GW E100, the Tier 10 German SPG, and we're on the north spawn of Abbey, otherwise known as Monastery. And the name of the player is Marky 12. And battle is underway, and everybody's moving about. No, not Marky. Waits for the E100 to pass, and the Death Star, and now he's looking to move into his position. Now I must admit, when the new maps come in, I'll be very glad to get rid of this foggy backdrop on most of the maps. We'll actually see a continuous landscape, which will make the battlefields look a lot larger than they actually are. And anything that actually improves the overall appearance of the game cannot be a bad thing. Okay, he's set up and he's ready to shoot, dialing in, and there's a Foshby at the other end behind that wreck. But if he hits the wreck, it won't hurt to help him, and he's been hit already. And what happened there? Now, I do wonder what happened there, because he didn't suffer any damage. It appeared he just backed up into the wall and maybe hit the wrong key by mistake. He's asking the team where do they need him to provide support. Well, the fact that the enemy his team let the enemy thrust on the east flank and the river flank get so far north means he needs to get out of there and get as far west as he can to avoid being hit by the enemy. Okay, got IS-7 hiding behind that rock face. He can splash it, and he does. Fires a round in and gets 156 hit points in two critical hits. But he needs to move further west because the all that's defending the other pass, or the other flank, is a Death Star, a Fox B, and another TD. I don't know what that TD is. Could be one of the STRVs. Okay, there's a mouse there. It's almost dialed in. Rounds out. Direct hit. 288 hit points. Now it looks to me like he's going to be very busy on this flank, trying to prevent the mouse and the Jaegeru from advancing any further. Seems the tank destroyers are doing a good job on the other flank, and the Fox B has managed to make it all the way through the enemy defences. He's now threatening the cap, but the STRV is there, and the TDP manages to take the Fox B out from behind. And he gets a 304 hit point hit on the mouse, and he's stunned the IS-7 in the process. Certainly has bottled up the enemy forces at the other end of the map. Okay, it's going for the Jaegeru. STB is going to be spotting for him. Rounds out. Direct hit! 768, well, 382 hit points of damage, and it's taken out, so he picks up the additional 243 stun assistance. Okay, the mouse is moving up now, so the STB is going to have to work harder. He's in more danger. Okay, they're using the wreck of the Jaegeru as protection. The IS-7 is moving too far forward. It's going to get hit. Rounds out. Oh, overshot. That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay, he's backing away into the corner. Knocking a tree down doesn't help. Certainly not if the enemy Arty, which is a batch at 155.58, is watching. But I'm not sure he is watching actually. Okay, which tank is he going to go for? He's almost loaded. I think he's going to go for the IS-7. Yep, he's indicating the IS-7. But the mouse is the one that's further forward now. So, yep, the mouse gets the shell and he's set fire to him. So he got 551 from the hit and 107 from the fire. That's pretty good going. And of course they're still bottled up at that rear end. And Marky's forces are actually pushing down on the near side flank, or the second channel. If they're not careful, this mouse will then find that he's being fired on from both ends. I think he knows that. Going for the IS-7 this time. Just to avoid the wreck of the GW. And he does! And a 567 hit. But they're now moving north as quickly as they can go. Of course, they're being held back by the IS-7. And the T-57 Heavy is making its way back up the second channel. Now hopefully that's so that he can then provide additional cover to the IS-7 as he has to back away. Right, T-110E5 right at the back of the second channel. Loaded, rounds out. Oh no, it hit the rock top there, hit the top of the mountain. But the T-110E5 has been taken out. Now the IS-7 and the mouse are in deadly danger because they're being fired on by both ends. They're having to almost create a last stand. The IS-7 is being joined by the T-57. Okay, there's a Death Star on the Cap Plateau. STRV 103B. They're trying to stop that IS-7 from moving up. And yes, the Death Star manages to kill the IS-7. They're going to need Marky's shells very shortly to wipe out that Death Star. But he gets a fantastic hit on that STRV. That Stritsfarm 103 just got a massive 932 hit point hit. But of course he's got flat armour on top, and the HE will just go almost punch straight through it. Okay, he's still aiming for the Stritsfarm 103. They managed to get the Death Star. The Death Star was actually killed by the other Death Star. There's only two remaining enemy tanks, the Batchat 155.58 and that Stritsfarm 103B that Marky just hit with a very, very good hit. Or was it? No, it's not the same one. I beg your pardon. It's a different one. Yes, because this one's still got most of his hit points. But he's lining him up for a shot. Rounds out. That was very snap aim, but it worked. 404 damage, 279 stun assist. And they now know where the Batchat is. He's right in the corner. He's dialing in. It's the last remaining enemy, the Batchat. Let's hope he puts up a good fight. Right, the Death Star can see if we're or be able to spot him very shortly. There he is. And the Death Star takes him out before the shell arrives. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it was the second class tanker for Marky 12 in the GW E100. He also picked up a bruise medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, incapacitations or module damage. In fact, he got 8. And he picked up a Gores medal for getting at least damage exceeding at least 10 times the hit points of your own vehicle. On top of which, he picked up a Confederate for getting at least, or hitting the most number of enemy, at least 6 tanks that were subsequently destroyed by other members of his team. If we look at the team scores, he came second on damage. The Death Star came top, 4,530 hit points of damage. Didn't get any kills, unfortunately, but which puts him way down the table there. But at least he managed to get 4th place on base XP of 834 experience points. He fired 12 rounds, got 6 direct hits, 6 penetration, 7 splash damage, damage of 4,530 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 6 of the enemy but didn't kill any, but he did stun assistance damage of 522 hit points and caused 13 stuns. He received 42,545 credits on a standard account, but after ammunition resupply, he took away 17,585 credits. He received base XP of 834, but it was ×2 for the first victory of the day, so he took away 1,668 XP in total. So well done for getting your first Gores medal. I can't believe that's your very first Gores medal ever in any Arty. You must have had Gores medals in other Arty, but certainly that would be your first Gores in the GW E100. So well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please do give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in the next video.